Live, welcome back on July the 17th, 2012 to Further Conversations with Swami G. I am Judy Higdon, and this is Swami G. Welcome, Swami G. I'd like to start out today, oh Lord. I'd like to start out today by talking about the place of knowledge.
Place of
knowledge in a spiritual adventure. We were talking about knowledge as we were coming in the car here, and the gathering of knowledge, but is it going to take you to the end product that so many people are looking for on the planet Earth, spiritually? Oh no!
Place of knowledge?
Well, when people study a lot, is it going to get them to the enlightenment they're looking for?
It could be an aid.
It could be an aid.
But it won't get them there.
It won't get them there. Okay.
No.
What could shove you across the edge? Just life experiences, surrender, what?
Desire, disgust.
Disgust?
Yeah.
Okay, what role does disgust play?
Broken heart, broken wallet, leaky roof, life sucks, I'm out of here. Something better, happiness.
So that just sort of takes you to a point where something just breaks.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons for extreme pain. You either learn to love God or hate God at that nexus. And then you build your life from there. It's a crisis point, and everything at those points changes.
Everything
either gets worse or better. Seldom stays neutral.
Your whole life gets worse or better, or you get worse or
Well,
better?
the apparent life gets worse or better.
Okay.
If you want it to be your life, that's your problem. I don't go there.
What do you mean, if you want it to be your life?
Well, if you see it as your life, your body, your environment, you're going to be lost in it, and that's kind of hopeless. Because you'll want it to be different than it is, and that wanting will make you depressed, and it just short circuits the whole mind.
The wanting things to be different short circuits the whole mind.
Yeah, it brings on depression and sadness and anger and revenge and all sorts of things. They're detestable.
Detestable. Okay, detestable. So how do you free yourself from the detestable?
What?
How do you free yourself from the detestable? Be right where you're standing, or what?
You'll realize you're detestable and back off.
To realize you're detestable?
Yeah. Well, if your life is detestable, then it must be a reflection of what's going on in your cranium. And so therefore that's skanky. So you have to back off from that and either become a major disgusting human being or go in the other direction and seek refuge at God's feet, one or the other.
So that's the two choices. Either become
Not really,
not
but
two
that's
choices.
the extremes.
The extremes. Okay. So when you seek refuge at God's feet, it does literally open up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
You're so focused on God's feet that none of the rest of the bowl gets in. It's one-pointedness is the whole operation. All puja, all yajna, all spiritual practices are just to fine-tune the mind to hold on to one thought. It doesn't matter if it's a light bulb. Hold on to the light bulb to the exclusion of all the other things, and the light bulb will free you.
Okay, let me get this straight. Whatever it is, one-pointed, light
Yeah,
bulb.
one. You've got to hold on to one thing, and then when your mind drifts away to something else, you bring it back to that one thing, and that's mind control. And once you get that, then you can investigate what the heck the mind is in the first place, and then it runs away and it dies, and you can get happy.
Yes, okay, you get happy. So this one-pointed focus on whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. Just keep the same thing constantly. It's controlling the mind. The mind has a tendency to chase after objects. It just loves going after stuff. And the idea is to bring it back into your head and focus it on one thing and control it.
And when you do that, everything starts unfolding around you.
Yeah, and your neighbors like you better. It's like having a pit bull. You either keep it on a leash and the neighbors like you, or you let it run around and rip their kids to pieces, and they don't like you very much.
Okay, we don't want to do that. You can jump in with questions anytime you want to, okay? Okay, and manners of ways to tame the pit bull.
What?
to tame this pit bull mind is to question when you start.
Don't realize it in the first place that it's there. That it's a problem.
That your mind is the problem.
Yeah.
And you
Realize it's a liar.
Okay, we mean a liar.
The mind lies.
Like.
It lies. It makes enemies where there are none. It tells you mostly the truth, and then it throws a little twist in, and then the lady down the road all sudden becomes an enemy over nothing, just some stupidity in your head, and then it goes into the Hatfields and McCoys, and there's no end to it. And it all starts out with a stupid thought that's a lie of the brain. The brain lies.
The brain lies.
Well, mind, brain.
Mind,
yeah,
brain,
lies. Because
ego.
it's reflected light. It's abasya. Abasya is reflected light.
Reflected light.
Yeah.
Abasya. So, something we think is.
Anything you think is garbage.
Anything you think is garbage.
It pulls you away from what you are.
And what you are.
Is that. The unreflected light.
So staying on this one pointed focus, and still you have activities during the day. You drive your car to the drugstore and you blah, blah,
The
blah,
body
blah, blah,
does.
blah.
You don't. You take no conscious effort into it. You let the body do what the body does, and as life unfolds, it unfolds, but you're not the doer. You know God's doing it all, and your body's just an instrument of God, and you're just watching.
And all we have to do is watch.
We have to watch the watcher.
Okay, can you explain that a little bit?
Thought being reflected light, you look for the direct light, and that's the self. That's I am. Always, in all religions states, I am. That's the main principle of all religions. And people don't understand that when they're not thinking, and they just hold the thought I, that's God.
Just hold the thought I.
You
Not
can sit
I
there
am
and go,
tall, I am short. Okay.
Not in a japa form, but just bringing yourself back to I. And that's the same thing with who's thinking this? I'm thinking this. Who am I? It's being. That's pristine. Anything that involves thought, then it becomes corrupted, it becomes reflected. Instead of going inward, it's going outward. And that outward is contaminating you.
Contaminating you because of the choices you make, because you think that Christmas tree is really a
you become imprisoned by it. You'll see one bulb out of place and have to rearrange it, and your mind will, there's no end to, trying to fix it.
Another bulb, another bulb. You
Yeah, another bulb. Oh, I got too many bulbs. I got too little, too many. The old Hindu demons. Too much, too little.
Too much, too little. And as long as you're in that too much, too little thing, you're here on.
And when you're into any form of thought, you're a victim of Maya, Mama. Mama's got you playing her game and you don't know it.
Maya, Mama.
Maya, Mother, the Holy Mother. Whatever can be seen, perceived, that's Mother. When consciousness is at rest, that's Shiva, God the Father.
Consciousness at rest is Shiva.
Yeah.
Action is Mother.
Yes,
Action
and consciousness in action is Mother. Bingo, got it!
Okay.
Give the bear a cookie.
Bear a cookie. Dancing fast here. Okay, but yet we're in it. We're here. So
in
it's
what?
In a body.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
You're in the body. I'm trying to tell you the body's in you. You're not in the body's in you. The body is a concept in your head. And your head's a concept of thinking, which is the soul, or memory track, whatever you want to call it. It's all concepts.
All concepts.
It's all conceptual.
I even created this body, so to speak. Yeah.
Every morning when you wake up, yeah.
Every morning when I wake up, I recreate my
Yeah,
body.
every morning when you wake up, you have the I thought, and then you recreate the world in your own image. In your own stinking image.
So technically, I can be down to 120 pounds, and no, I'm just I'm just suddenly realizing what you're saying. Every morning I recreate this.
Yeah, yeah, and it's according to the rules that are set down by past karmas, and that's why it causes you to do things you don't want to do and see things that you don't want to see and have events that you don't want to take part in, because it's past actions. Every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when you're in an illusion, you have to abide by the laws of that illusion. So this illusion is birth and death, birth and death, birth and death. Joy and sorrow, joy and sorrow, joy and sorrow.
So as we live here in these bodies, we're in that illusion. Joy, sorrow,
If you see
birth,
yourself
death.
here, yes.
You see yourself here, but if you remove yourself as seeing yourself from seeing yourself
Well,
here.
you don't really remove yourself, you just shift your consciousness to the self, and you just leave this nonsense alone and let it take care of itself. And then we come down to the great spiritual teaching, thy will, not mine.
Thy will, not mine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the clock says it's time to go, and we appreciate you being with us. Stay with us. We will be back shortly. Thank you.